Anyway, as I said, we are continuing Phoenix Wright. Okay, sure thing, Gothic. And hello, Gothic. How you doing? No worries. No worries. I will eventually be playing Cyberpunk. Eventually. If I remember right, we were about to start the trial again. Yeah, okay. 43 a.m. And I have corn dogs. See, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wait a while before I play Cyberpunk, because most people have played through it already, and there will be no spoilers, for the most part. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Oh, really? Nick. Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties! What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? Oh, they're all kind of... Oh, special events for... this stuff. Hold on, just 1 second here. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, back to where I was. Blah, okay, there. Sorry. I hate how it goes whenever you alt tab, whatever. Anywho. Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. Just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Am I too loud right now? I feel like I'm too loud. If I adjust it ever so slightly. There, how's that? That man has no nipples. What is it this time, Max? I think everything. I think the levels are okay. Just I don't want to be too loud, you know, like, and people are like going deaf. Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be by your side. Be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick? What's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Oh no. I thought I was going to show a graphic or something. Are you serious? Okay, so... What? You're on it. Get on with it. Okay, I thought I was doing that. I was like, oh my god, where's it going? Oh, no, sorry. I just realized the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So, Billy Bob Johns. Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. Became a future Kia, no! What if that is to our advantage? Ms. Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count. Do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. It didn't count. You have no chance. Zero, zilch, nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it's not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It'll be my ultimate revenge. It's not like I'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Well, I forgot how much I like corn dogs. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there now. Eat this. Come on. That's rude. Wow. She up here calling Dick poor. Free fiber. Alright. Oh my god. I don't know why I love that so much. That Mountain Dew is ugh. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I'd like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. All right, Detective. You may proceed with your testimony. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was a blunt force trauma that snapped the vertebrae in his neck. I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Just trauma to the back of the head. Okay. A blunt object. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Let's press everything. Let me ask you about the snow. He was a white rapper in the 90s. Was really a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let's see, there's got to be more to this. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? right over there. $10.15. Just gonna press everything though, just to be on the safe side. When you say all the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist. Hey, welcome back, Gothic. And of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Region the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. The monkey stole his watch. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Gina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You know what they were talking about, would you? Seemed they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. A wooden box dead as a door there. Oh, wait, damn it. I'm forgetting to press it. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay? Not a problem, pal. I think I'm willing to tell us how the whole thing went down. Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright. We'll just have to revisit that testimony later. The victim at his end. A wooden box? That's right. I think they must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention, it was locked. Locked, you say? Interesting. Maybe my own ship, so I might as well ask some questions. This wooden box, you figure it weighs about 20 pounds, right? Sounds about right. The whole thing is lined with iron. Iron plating? Why do you think it's lined with iron? I figured they just did it to make the box heavy. Ouch! I think we could all do without your guesses, Detective. Stick to what little you actually know. Sorry. Suffice to say, the box is really heavy. Much better. You may continue on, Detective. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police is searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with. I know, I'll go back. You would think so. Especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. There wasn't much that we could go after Gumshoe with this time. He gave us the facts as he saw them, but there's gotta be more to this. I didn't see anything. That's why you're the lawyer and I'm the medium. About the lock. How exactly was it locked? Well, it had quite a sturdy lock on it. It took quite a bit to open that bad boy up. So, when you found the box, it was locked, correct? Yes, it was. Some of the forensics team took it back to the precinct to crack it open. I see. Continue, Detective Gumshoe. Hold on a second. Oh, never mind, it is the same box. I was like, that doesn't look like the right box, what? Okay, what was inside the box? Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? Is there one little bottle in that huge box? I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Small seasoning bottle. Pepper. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. Is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we've wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously. But that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Oh, poor Gumshoe. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Ms. Von Karma, call your next witness. I have to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. Sorry about the ventriloquist. The Trillo will show up on the stand as well. Yep. That man has no chin. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Triloquist. I'm employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. So he is, right? Like, my God. He just disappears into his neck. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine. I'll grace you with a song. Ahem. Me. The world of law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence, decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to assault a judge? Shut up! Just looking at those. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star? Celebrities just really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is! Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this. Don't worry about you one bit. I'm worried about getting testimony. Ouch! You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. Witness testimony. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean clown. Once I got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one headed that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took the magic boy away. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading toward the scene? You're sure of that? Without a doubt. He had a silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy get-up and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, wouldn't that mean that the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was an S theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why's that? Here's the absolute proof. Silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was a murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Oh, fuck you. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay. I guess she's the boss again today. Oh my gosh. The clown. You're talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic. I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice is over, he was 9/10 of his way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. He didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. Wait. Because indeed, first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? Oh, yeah. I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. Ditched who? Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course! It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice, warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker! At least my teachers always said I was. Nick, no! Saw Max headed towards the scene of the crime. Wait. Wait, was it the dummy that saw him, or was it Ben that saw him? That's the... Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Ah, that was itchy. Somewhere it was such a snobby three-piece get-up. Snobby three-piece get-up? The wax out of your ears, lawyers nowadays. You're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece get-up. Jeez, could he be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put up a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. Wow. Screw you too, Maya. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo? That's right. And that makes him the killer. So one person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to the story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss here? That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max? Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who is he supposed the witness could have seen? Oh god. Oh god, who could have you seen? Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah, Russell the... Yeah! That's the victim. That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance of the plaza... I'm a good thunker! He should have seen the ringmaster as well. Obviously the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? Ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, where was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? I see. Seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. There are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Trillo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. I haven't pressed this one yet. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? So they've been around... Hey, what time was it? Huh? I think it was around... I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think? Practice ended at 10, so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess this sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is...
Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling them anything extra? Why can't you just believe that we stand outside in that weather?
Well, maybe you're waiting for someone?
What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Hey, Cloud, how you doing? Not too late. We could do without your offhanded theories. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something.
Mr. Wright, who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night?
The monkey. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina.
What?
You're waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken?
Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it. Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right.
All right. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought.
Ah!
That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the scene.
Ow!
There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer.
I guess he got me. All right. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina.
Pain! Don't volunteer things.
Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose?
This is insane.
What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage? The matter of a puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit.
More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now I have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet.
Whew! Don't be so surprised I was gonna propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I had also had it in my pocket that night. It was my present for her. In the end, I was able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. You were going to propose? You... a puppet? Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. What? Judge, no. Exactly.
His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now.
She's 15! Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination.
What was with that sigh at the end? By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina.
Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we become like a sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben?
Yeah.
Got it? That's the truth.
give to her. Oh, whoops. What was it exactly that you planned on giving her?
You know exactly what's gonna give her, numbskull. The only thing I can find that can match Regina's beauty.
Answer his question. What was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring?
Ring?
Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time.
Pain equals bad. Push on anyway!
That may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a human being. Ow! I might need to cut this argument short.
I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. Should enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe.
Agent ring to Regina. Engagement ring?
Uh-huh, it's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. It's even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it.
It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on.
I gotta wait for the chance to propose and give it to her.
Whose pocket was the ring in?
Mine, of course! What a stupid question! You gotta be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off?
I'm sorry. Really?
Not to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing.
Really? How could that? It was a present for her. So you went to the lodging house to give it to her.
That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times, but I lost count. But that uppity snob kept getting in the way.
Uppity snob? You couldn't possibly talk about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half, and not with magic! Well, they always say that love creates rivalries.
So, what about this present?
Yes, I still got it in my pocket. No you don't! I got it. So you're still thinking of trying to give it to Regina?
Of course I am! So 3 months salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give up that easily.
What happened to receives for appearing in the circus? Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony.
That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck.
Judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more. Okay. Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it?
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring?
Ah, that's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief!
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here?
Ah! What's going on here? That's... Ben, say something!
Don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo! I found this in Money's room.
Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault? That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quist, I'd prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court.
Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word.
Ah, I see. Well then.
Monkey likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up.
Shiny? Things?
Trillo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime.
What did you just say?
Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Ah, no! Oh! What the fuck?
Ben, what's wrong with you? What's with you? Oh, whatever. Has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Triloquist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
Oh, the slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That's indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? Has a flaw. Ben doesn't exercise them enough. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Contradiction?
The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money, the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza.
What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It's entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright.
Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene.
However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive.
The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dog face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha! I've told you so many times, you'd think you'd know my story's not changing.
You've already changed your story, Stick Boy, and I'm sure we'll change some more.
Where there's one lie, there's usually many more behind it.
Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him.
Yeah. I'll give you that I was waiting for that night for Regina. That doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
So that means Money didn't show up until after you saw Max?
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him.
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see. I'd say about...
I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch?
That's right. Please proceed with your cross-examination.
Oh, no.
This is... I really enjoy these games a lot, you know?
Sorry, just 1 second here.
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina.
So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up.
You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I got 4, you know. 4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awfully lot of attention directed in one area, I suppose.
Yikes.
The judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night.
Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time.
I guess that makes sense. Wait for Regina. Okay, showed up after I've been waiting for about 5 minutes. About what time would you say these events took place?
You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finishes promptly at 10 p.m. You already know that he went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it?
What time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about it. I'm not good at math. It was 10:10 p.m.
Oh, yes, that sounds about right.
I'm alright because that's the time I saw Max on the scene. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence.
Oh, whoops.
So you testified that you said good evening to Max. Well, Mr. Dry asking obvious questions. You said good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? It's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night.
I'm sorry, Trillo.
Mr. Quest, I'd prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom. Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better.
There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony.
Ben's half of the comedy act.
Isn't that a bit strange to you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a co-worker, I would understand.
Ow, that hurt!
Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trill would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence? Nothing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot. Resume his testimony. I think it's the bottle, because Ben's the one that got cocked over the head with the bottle. Yep. Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight?
A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head.
Ah!
That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Was that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch!
Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is, on that day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival.
Gah!
Are you saying this witness is lying? He's just trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene.
I didn't tell a single lie, honestly. I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? I want to say he didn't see anyone. I'm thinking he didn't see anyone, or it could have been a different person. It's my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of a theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it.
What in the world? You...
Will the defense kindly explain who it was Trillo saw that evening, then? I want to say it's the victim. It's either the victim or the clown. Because, I say the victim. I'm gonna try it. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. He's only nice to his boss. What's Regina? It's Regina, right? She's so cute. Judge, no. No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. If it was Regina, Trilla would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct? Correct? Nope. Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Order, order! How do you respond to this?
Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica!
I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry?
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols?
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You gotta remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ow!
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses.
A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me.
What was that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry.
What?
Ms. Von Karma, do you have a clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think you finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but...
But?
Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess.
To be continued.